how to use online dating for your advantage. Wow, if you are single, chances are you use dating apps, right? No question about it, because dating apps nowadays become a norm for people to find their partner. The question is, there's so many bad experiences. People are scam at each other, people are ghosting at each other, they don't do things right. But let's be honest, dating apps also provide you opportunities to meet new people, to meet people that you possibly don't have in your circle at the moment. And you know what? I met my husband on a dating app. So for me, knowing and have an education on how to use a dating app, you can absolutely use those dating apps for your advantage. So please don't give up on using the dating app. All you need to do is to increase your awareness, your confidence, and have education on how to use it properly. So let's dive in. Oh yes, and if this is the first time you visit my YouTube channel, my name is Ngan. I am the Transformational and Relationship Coach. I empower professional, successful, and ambitious women to have a beautiful, loving, and lasting relationship, because that is my vision, my mission. That is the way that I contribute to make this world a better place. If you haven't heard my story, I experienced a wedding cancellation on the morning of the wedding day. But because I have a big aha moment and I have a transformation. Just less than 1 year, I met my husband and we got married relatively short after that. I'm sharing this message to inspire you and to empower you and to make you aware that the possibility is out there. And I want to advocate for you to be the captain of your love journey. That is my vision. So let's dive into the content, and I'm going to give you very powerful tips and education on how you can use dating apps on your advantage. I already have my note. Let's dive in. Okay, the first step, before you put yourself out there, you want to take time to define your vision on what sort of relationship that you're looking for, right? Be really honest with yourself and taking the time to answer this question. What kind of relationship that you're looking for? And if you have visited my channel for some time, you know that I advocate for a loving, lasting, exclusive, committed relationship, right? And in my case, I want to get married, but that possibly not for everyone. Maybe you just want to have a committed relationship or you want to get married. So be very clear on your vision of the relationship that you're looking for. And be very clear on your communication with your potential dates, because that could be a deal breaker for you if you want to have a marriage and somebody they just want to have a committed relationship. They don't have aspiration to get married nor having children, right? But for me, I absolutely want to get married and have children, and I make that very clear for my future dates. And even someone, they look very nice, they look at my profile, my values and what I'm looking for. They say, I really like you. I absolutely meet everything that you mentioned on your profile. The only thing that I cannot offer is I don't want to get married. No, I don't want to have children. And for me, that is a no-go. That is a boundary that I cannot tolerate that, because not because of they are wrong or I'm right, but that is not the values, not the vision or aspiration for the relationship that I'm looking for. So having that, I just move on. I don't attach my emotion toward those conversations. So step number 1, write down, get clarity on the vision of the relationship that you're looking for. And be very, very clear, very honest with yourself, and don't tolerate any exception. If the relationship you want is absolutely a must for you, okay? So that's step number 1. Step number 2, this step, so many people, they do it, but they don't do it quite right. So step number 2, you want to have some ideas and clarities on what are the qualities and characters of your future partner, right? Yes, some people taking the time, they write out about the qualities, they write out all of the list of characters of their future partner looking for. But I would want to add another step further. So you can take this even one step further if you haven't done so. You want to categorize about what are the must have quality versus what is nice to have qualities. So let me elaborate. So must have quality, for example, somebody honest, somebody loyal and committed. And for me, somebody must have an aspiration and they want to get married. They want to have children, right? They physical fit and some other thing. So for you, what are the must-have qualities in terms of your future partner? And then what else could be, nice thing to have? Let's say, maybe you prefer they come from certain backgrounds. Maybe you prefer they come from certain relations. Or maybe you prefer they have some certain appearance. I don't know, right? So those are sort of things that, okay, nice to have, but it's not a deal breaker for you. So you want to separate must have quality and nice to have quality. So that is second step, right? And please drop a comment in the section below to tell me if you're already doing that. If you're already doing that, I cheer on you. Well done. And the third step is, now this one is trickier and many people make mistake about this one. So you want to make sure that you pay attention, okay? So you want to put yourself on your future partner's shoes. So you paint a picture of who is your future partner, right? So you want to put yourself in their shoes. And from their perspective, what kind of partner that they're looking for, right? Okay, you paint a picture about this person. So what sort of partner this person looking for? And it's going to be very liberating and empowering if you know this. And I just want you to be honest with yourself. The version that this person, your future partner looking for, is it matching with you yet, right? Might be yet, might be not quite yet. Might be there a certain gap from your, might be a certain gap from, the person that your future partner looking for versus the current version of yourself. And that is empowering, that is, liberating, because now what are the gap? So then you can find a way to fulfill the gap. So for me, to give you an example, when I went through this exercise, I really want to have a loving, supportive marriage. And when I paint a picture about my future husband, one of the quality that he's looking for is he wants to feel that he is the best version of himself when he around me, right? So he wants to be the best version of himself when he around me. And I reflect back from the past relationship. Yes, there's sometimes I support my partner, and sometimes I was very unconscious in my communication, and I could unintentionally put my partner down. So in those moments, I realized, in those moments, I didn't really help my partner to be the best version of himself, right? So that I work on myself intentionally to develop that behavior, to develop that habit in really helping my husband or my boyfriend back then, and now my husband, to be the best version of himself. How does it look like? Give him encouragement, support him in his career. When he have a bad moment, give him some space and time to reflect. Hold himself accountable when he's not in his best self, right? So those are the quality that I envision that my future husband was looking from his wife or his future partner. And that sort of quality that I haven't quite developed yet back then. And I worked intentionally in develop that habit, in develop and possess that quality. And it's worked very well. So I'm gonna sum up the step number 3 because many people miss this, and they have a picture about their future partner and then that's it. But I ask them, if your future partner appeared to you today, do you feel confident? Are you comfortable and capable of handle them, right? Would you be able to see that you can co-create a relationship with them yet? And the answer is many times, no, not yet, not yet. So to sum up, you want to put yourself in your future partner's shoes, right? And asking from their perspective, what are the qualities that they're looking for from their future partner, right? And then check in with yourself, your current version of yourself, to see, is there any gap between what they're looking for and the current version of yourself? And any gap, any qualities that you haven't developed yet, now you can see the gap and you can be intentionally and work on develop those qualities. So that is a game changer to you. Please drop a comment in the section below if there's something that new awareness for you. I work with many women and I just, when I share this to them and I say, oh my God, I didn't realize that in the past. So this is a game changer, right? So with those three, let's say clarity, with those three big questions, now you get a massive clarity on putting yourself out there, right? So how would you show up on the date? I would say when you put yourself out there and meet someone, of course you need to do your due diligence. And due diligence sounds very big deal, but it could be very, very simple to implement or take into practice. Maybe you want to have a phone call, a video call with them to see how they show up. You can share about yourself, you ask questions about them and give them the chance to ask questions about you. And after the video call conversation, if you both feel in alignment, you want to meet in person, then allow them to organize a date and invite you for the date, right? Let's assume that they invite you on a date. I would say the right attitude to show up on the date is to have no expectation and no emotional attachment towards the outcome, right? Why it is important to do that? Because if you create some perceptions or if you have certain expectation on your date and when they show up not quite the way that you expect or envision in your mind, that could backfire on you. That could make you react to certain situation. So you want to paint a picture about them based on how they show up to you, how they show up on the date, how they communicate with you, right? I normally give this analogy to my employees. I manage some employees and I said, when they enter the conversation, with somebody else, it's better to come with an attitude that, let's imagine this is a blank sheet of paper and allow another person to write their stories to helping you understand about who they are, right? Versus have some projection, have some expectation, have some perception about them before you meet them. And that not fair on them, not fair on you, right? So be very neutral, have no expectation toward the outcome. By doing so, you detach to the outcome and you can show up naturally. You can show up authentically. And if after the first date, if you both like each other, if you see the potential to meet them again, excellent, wonderful. And if not, wish them all the best. If you realize that, your values misalign with their values, so excellent, that also very good news. You save time and you can move on. But don't come to the date with some expectation. So that is my tip for you for today. Of course, there are many practical tools and tips and education I teach my clients on the Magnetic Woman Mastery program. And if you're interested in to join, I'm gonna share with you the link to join the waiting list. Or you want to have one-on-one support right now, please book a connection call with me. I also have a link on the description below. I would love to support you on this journey because the relationship could be very challenging if you don't know how to handle it. But it could be very interesting, very liberating if you know how to handle it too. And at the end of the day, as I said, we all want to be loved and appreciated for who we are. And we want to share this wonderful journey with somebody that we truly love. So that's it for today. I'm going to see you on the next video in here. And finally, please make sure you give a thumbs up, Share with me what did you learn from this video, what resonate with you, what the new awareness that you have is all the way very useful for me. And I'm very grateful to hear that from you, because I know that I make real impact to people. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so. If this is helpful to your friends or your loved ones, make sure you share with them, because all of this information and education, not many people know, right? So please do that, and I'm gonna see you on the next video.